Hello and welcome back to Poshcats Cabin. I'm Trevor, and this is a collaboration between a number of caravanners and motorhomers who have got together with a subject to discuss, and this month it's all about saving money. Now everyone has a budget, however big or small. To go camping is a big subject, and we're going to have a look at some of the ways that we can plan ahead and save some money. Now I'm not going to go into the deepest detail of spreadsheets and every last penny, but what I'm going to do is to come up with 5 tips and 5 areas which you could consider and would help you save some money. Now I'm assuming that you've already got your caravan, camper van, motorhome and your car, and you're already set to go, and so that budget is set aside. We already have taken care of that major investment. It's out there ready and waiting to go camping. So my first tip is to plan ahead. Last year we set ourselves a budget of around £3,000 for the entire year for camping. That included the travelling, the various things to do with the motorhome like servicing, and the fuel of course, and the campsite fees. We didn't include food because we eat whether we go away or not, but we did consider eating out and a few other things, so we threw a few things like that into the pot as well. Time for a little drinky poo.
Oh, that's lovely and cosy.
So planning ahead and thinking ahead, whether you're going to have 1 2-week holiday or whether you're going to break it up into a few weekends or a week here and there during the season, depending on how busy you are and what your commitments are. Planning ahead is important to understand your own budget. The second way we can save money and try and control our budget is by checking our calendar. Now that we know that in the school holidays and at bank holiday weekends, camping is going to be more expensive. Everybody wants to do it. Everybody needs to go during the school holidays. It seems that the prices are sometimes up to half as much again if you go in August or during the half-term periods in May or October. So try and avoid those times. If you can, try and do a midweek break. You often find that campsites offer a discount for a midweek break, or even 4 nights for the price of 3 or 5 for the price of 4. Check out when you go to book whether they've got any offers on. Sometimes for over 60s or for adults only they would offer a discount. Do be careful though, because sometimes your dog or an extra car can be charged on a site as well. So check your calendar, decide when you want to go, and then you can start to look for what pitch and what area you'd like to travel in. And we've got all Ethel hitched up and ready to go, and now we're leaving Beechwood Grange and heading towards Edinburgh. All ready?
Yeah, you just got to check that route, sorry.
Lovely, I'll check the route and then we'll be on our way. My third tip is about location. Where would you like to go camping? Now you could stay local and find out a little bit about your local area. You're going to save money by not travelling as far, not using as much fuel. If you go abroad, don't forget you've got to have all the things such as travel insurance and passports, and pay for crossings for the channel, and also there could be road tolls and other expenses that come along with travelling abroad. But we live in the southeast. You could go as far as Scotland or to Land's End in the opposite direction, or somewhere in between. The distance that you're travelling is going to affect how much you pay and save you money. We found that a short visit to a local campsite not more than 6 or 7 miles away was just as good as a break from the hustle and bustle of work or family commitments, and the costs were half what they would be if you were to travel a little further and into some new territory, let's say. And the cost of fuel can sometimes be the largest part of any journey, particularly if you don't avoid the motorway services, which seem to add 15 or 20 pence per litre on your petrol or diesel. My next tip is all about choosing the style of camping. Now, do you like campsites with lots of entertainment, with bars, restaurants, swimming pools, hot tubs, a view? You may like to be in a national park, or somewhere very quiet on a fishing lake somewhere where you can just read a book and do some fishing. The costs will vary from one campsite to another depending on the location and the type of campsite. There are some groups like Best of British or Premier sites or Tranquil sites, another one of our favourites, which do get together as private sites, and they offer different offers of discounts at different times. Some of them are adult only, some of them are doggy friendly, and some are not. A small family campsite or a certified location like a CL or a CS, which is affiliated to one of the big clubs, can offer you a very good deal, perhaps £15 a night including electricity. Whereas a bigger site with all of the facilities, pools and bars and so on, may cost you 35, 40, and I have noticed that with a small family of perhaps 3 children, 2 adults, you can pay 60 or 70 pounds a night on some of the bigger sites with all of the entertainment and recreation that a family requires. So do make a choice of which site it is that or what type of site you'd like to go on before you start looking and booking. If you're travelling to Scotland, of course, you can do what is known as wild camping or off-grid camping, and this is very popular with camper vans and motorhomes, less popular of course with caravans, although it is possible if you find an air or perhaps a farm that's happy for you to park on a piece of land. This can be very cheap and often free, so it's a good way of keeping the costs very low. But there are some guidelines to stick to, and I would take advice from or get a book or magazine so that you know what you're entering into before you start wild camping. Tip number 4 is all about your pitch. Campsites will often offer different types of pitch. So you may get a pitch without an awning, one with an awning, a pitch that's on grass, one that's on a hard stand, a super pitch, or perhaps even one of these specialised pitches near a lake with your own fishing, or with a particular view on the edge of a beach. These pitches may be charged at a premium because they are special. Check with the campsite, they may have something special available that suits you. But do bear in mind, it will cost you more, and if you want to save money, you could go to, let's say, a pitch with just electric hookup and no awning. If you're there for a night or two, it probably won't matter if you don't use your awning. My final tip, number 5, is for those people that have extremely busy lifestyles, that work shifts perhaps and don't get many weekends or weekdays that they can go camping. Their family may want to get away and they can come and join them just for a day perhaps. One of our friends has recently got a seasonal pitch on a campsite not too far from home, so that the wife and children can go to the caravan. It's always on a pitch. You can do this also with a motorhome. It's pitched, all ready for you. All you do is turn up in the car and start enjoying your camping. Some campsites will do a seasonal pitch for a few months or for an entire season. Some campsites will park your caravan or motorhome in storage while you're not using it, so that the pitch is free for other people to use when you don't need it. And they'll organise that caravan or motorhome to be on the pitch if they know that you're arriving on certain dates. All of this can be done to relieve the pressure of towing and organising yourself to get to and from site with very little time on your hands. Well, I hope that's helped you find ways of saving money. Don't forget to look at the other vanners in this collaboration. A link will be on the end screen in just a few seconds, and also in the description below. Until next time, bye bye for now.